Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at the KORG Taipei instrument, which is another new gadget in KORG Gadget. And this one is for sending MIDI information out to other synths and hardware you may have. Okay, so in this tutorial, I am going to show you how to set this up with synths on your iPad. I'm also, it might get a bit involved, so because I'm going to show you how to set this up with just one synth just as a thing. Then I'm also going to show you how to set up a complete session in AUM and record that session as separate audio stems and also as a complete audio file for you to do what you like with in a DAW. There may also be another video sometime in the future about how to record this into a DAW from AUM kind of thing. But anyway, for now, this is what we're going to do. So at the moment, you'll see down here, it says Taipei, no output. There is nothing else running on the iPad here. If you tap this and you can see that there's, we have Gadget. Well, we don't need to send MIDI out to Gadget, and I don't need to send MIDI out to my little Akai LPK25 neither, or neither the network session. Also, you'll notice here that you have your CC numbers here. CC7. These are changeable from here, and I'll also show you how to set them up as well with other instruments as well. But we won't go too deep into it, otherwise literally it would be here all day. But when I've done this, I'm pretty sure you'll know how this works once we've done through this. So the first thing I'm going to do is open Mitosynth. I'm using Mitosynth for a very good reason here. First of all, let's choose a sound, and I'm going to use this one called Dharma, which is from a Spidericemidas pack. Right, now let's go to settings. This is cool, right? Channel at the moment says Omni. I want this to receive MIDI from channel 1. Okay. Now the other reason, so just set your channel to whatever channel, you'll understand in a sec. The other reason I'm using this is you'll see MIDI CC number 7 is the channel volume, and it sets the master gain of Mitosynth. This is good because for showing you how this works in Taipei, you need to know the MIDI numbers, the control change numbers for the synth that you're using. And this is dead handy because it tells you there. You can't change it, so it's number 7. Okay, that being said, we've set our MIDI channel to channel 1 to receive MIDI on channel 1. We know that the control change for number 7 is CC number 7 is the master gain. That's cool. So let us now go back to Taipei, and where it says settings here, we shall tap settings, and we'll now see that we have Mitosynth as an option. Well, let us choose the like that. Okay. So now we're controlling Mitosynth with Taipei. We can go up an octave. Now, along the top here, you will see CC7 has already been pre-mapped to this knob controller here. So theoretically, if I hold this note here and move CC7 down, the volume is going to change. It's going to get quieter. So there you go. Now, if you know the mappings for all your other settings or whatever synth you're using, you can set them up here. Or we could change that CC to anything. I'm going to show you something else now, which is pertaining to the LFO. You will see here we have LFO, and at the moment it is switched off. Okay, let's switch the LFO on, and you'll see here it says CC number 10. Well, let's change that to CC number 7 because we know that controls the volume. See what's happening now? We're getting a tremolo effect because it's turning the volume up and down inside Mitosynth. And if we look at settings here, we can choose to have LFO key sync. We can switch that on, and LFO sequencer sync. Make sure that and transmit always. Okay, so you can set up your LFOs however you like. So we've got the speed. So now you know how to set up an external instrument with Taipei, also how to set up the CCs. If you know the rest of it, it's straightforward. You just, you copy the map into what this is, and then you'll be able to control your external synths with the CCs on here. Okay, so look, here's what we're going to do now. Go back. We're going to shut out Mitosynth, and I'm going to close Gadget, okay? So we're back to a complete blank thing. This time, I'm going to show you what I set up earlier, and you'll get a great idea of the kind of cool stuff you can do. So if I open my settings here for AUM, I set a session up here called, if you open files, I called it Taipei session. So we're going to open that Taipei session now. And this is going to work really, really fast. So what you can see is happening here. Gadget is an inter-app audio device. It works as inter-app audio. Then we have a Sunrizer as an AUV3, a Zeeon as an AUV3, and also a BS-16, which is an AUV3. Here I have these 4 channels being routed into Mixbus A. So all you need to do this is you set up this. You can have it as a hardware output. So it was headphones, and then we choose Mixbus A, and choose Mixbus, whichever Mixbus you want on all of these. So I'm controlling the overall volume of this now with this here. Okay, and then this is going to the output, which is headphones, but it's going to the headphone socket, which is the output of the iPad. Right, right, okay, so turn that up there. Now, also, you will notice that the setup for this, once Gadget is in, you'll open this and you'll see it says AUM destination and Gadget. And it says that on all of these. So if we were to close that there, it'd be like this. Choosing Gadget is pointless at this point, okay? What you want to choose is AUM destination for all 3 instruments, okay? All 3 audio units. AUM destination. Okay, let's open Gadget. Now, you'll see that it's still the same session I had. What I'm going to do now is open the AUM session that I set up, which is this. Okay, and let's open one of the gadgets and have a look at the settings for that. You'll see it says AUM1 there. If we open it there, it'll say AUM. Okay, and the channel will be channel 1. This is sending information to Sunrizer inside AUM. Okay, so it's AUM1 there. Sorry, take that out. If we go back and open this one, which is Zeeon, you'll see it says AUM2. You can open it there as well if you want to, but it's AUM and it's channel 2, and you can see it better here as well. So channel is channel 2, so it's AUM2. And then for BS-16, it's also AUM3. So this is Zeeon. And then if we go to this one, which is BS-16, okay, so that's just playing BS-16. So all 3 together, what they sound like this. What I did was transposed this second one and left this one the same. So we have a Gladstone providing the drums, these 3 Taipeis playing those instruments that are inside AUM. So you get the idea. And all you need to do is put the MIDI information that you want. It's obvious. If there was nothing there, you could just record in some new MIDI like you can with any gadget. Now let's go and have a look at AUM. Now let's go back into AUM, and I want to record that session. Okay, so the thing to do for recording in AUM, for anything that you've got in AUM, it doesn't matter. There's nothing to do with gadget, anything. All you need to do is hit this little R here at the bottom of each channel that you want to record. Now I'm going to record this one as well. And there's a reason I'm recording that one as well, because this is going to be the master mix. Because all these instruments, because these 4 instruments, if you like, KORG Gadget is controlling those, we want the drums as well. The whole thing can be controlled volume-wise by this mix bus A here. So making sure that you route everything into one mix bus. But by arming all of these as well, I'll also be able to record each individual stem of audio. Okay, so let's just do this. Let's hit this little record button and off it goes. It's recording now, but it's recording in sync, so it's cool. All we need to do now is go back to Gadget, choose this one to start. We don't need it to loop. Okay, so what's going to have happened now, hopefully, after that fades out, let's go back to AUM. It's still recording, so that's good. To stop that recording now, all we need to do is obviously hit the record and stop. And we can open this now, and if we hit files here, it will tell us that our audio recordings are in AudioShare. So all we need to do is tap on this. Now you need to have, for this version to work, you need to have AudioShare, but you know, who hasn't got AudioShare? Everybody's got it, right? And if you haven't got it, you need to get it. So we'll tap this and it'll open AudioShare. Okay, and you'll see it's appeared here as Taipei session. Okay, so there's nothing, this is a completely blank AudioShare because this is a new iPad. So it's Taipei session here, right? Okay, once we open this, you will see it's loading and you will see it's recorded all 5 channels. Okay, and we can listen to what it's recorded. So channel 5 should theoretically be, and we can, you know, we can put this into a door and we can trim as we like. So this theoretically should be, it started there, the master mix. Okay, so this should be just the drums. It should be just Gladstone, because the only sound the Gadget was producing was the drums. The Taipeis were controlling the Zeeon, the Sunrizer, and the BS-16, right? So this should just be the drum pattern. And again, we can check. This should be Sunrizer. And the same with this one, it should be Zeeon. And last but not least, this should be BS-16 playing the piano thing. One more thing before I go, which is not really related to Taipei as such, but to the MIDI transpose. I transposed the MIDI for the second one up 1. If you can still take it down, I'm going to take this in like this. So that's everything that Zeeon played over its entire 4 bars. And all I did was transpose the how did I do it now? Oh yeah, select. All I did was transpose all 3 notes. You can see here you can transpose them all down or up, and I just transposed them all up. And all I did was do that for all of these. So I just selected each instrument sort of thing, copied and transposed the note up 1 semitone to get that. It makes it a bit more interesting. You don't need to do it for the drums, obviously. Transpose the drums are going to end up with all sorts of weird stuff. Listen, I'm going to go. Didn't take as long as I thought. So Taipei. So now you know how to set, if you know your CCs for your different synths and stuff like that, you're good to set this up. This is, like I said, it's a lot more involved setting this up with instruments, and Jacob, shows you how to do that properly. So it's really cool. This is just for controlling your stuff in AUM and getting it recorded. Now, there is a really cool way to record or listen to Cubasis on separate tracks as well, using AUM and Audio Bus or different ways. But again, I've done a video on how to do that in the past, but it's too involved. It would take too long to do it for a specific Taipei video. Also, Taipei is its own arpeggiator. So if you wanted to do that as well, and don't forget as well about your LFOs, you can have it switched on or off, and you can do BPM syncing, and you can do that. The BPM syncing this side, by the way, is for the arpeggiator. So now this is how you do it. You know what you need to do. If you wanted to save a particular setup, you could just save it in here in user. These are, if you've already got any of these instruments, hardware instruments here from KORG, you can, this is going to be pre-mapped for you by KORG when they set their Taipei up. Anyway, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. There was my Taipei. Nearly finished with the KORG Gadget weekend. Now, we've got one more to do, Durban. I might end up doing that tomorrow. Anyway, listen, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned some stuff or found it useful and interesting. It's very cool. So you can imagine the kind of thing you can do. You can build up some sort of cool stuff with this playing and then get it recorded back out there, so you're not stuck. That's the point. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Please consider becoming a Patreon for as little as $1 a month to help us out here, Anyway, I will see you guys later. Ta-ra, KORG Taipei, epic.